Holy shit! Knights of Hanoi are back! Hey guys, xthedarkone here with another episode of the Vrain train, where we talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains. So let's just not waste any time, let's hop onto the Vrain train and talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Turn 59, I don't have a tile, I never do, let's talk about it. So we get a shot of this prison, right? We see the prison and we see this guard who's basically perving on the Knights of Hanoi woman, the woman who created the virus that would basically keep people in the Vrains and who's basically abducting people in the Vrains, forcing people to stay in the Vrains, right? She's in the prison, he's basically perving on her. This is a prison guard, right? And he's supposed to be watching other people, but he's like, oh, she's dead fit, oh, she's beautiful. It's like, mate, you're a prison guard. You're supposed to be looking at other prisoners. You're not just looking at one, you dickhead. So he's looking at her. We then see a shot of all the coffins that the Knights of Hanoi are in that disappear. And we get the intro sequence. And then, after that, we see them all gathered. Knights of Hanoi, they're back. Then they start doing, which I think is quite clever, they start going through all the everything that's happened since their departure. They've been you know, reviewing everything. They've been revising everything. They've kind of been recapping. They've been recapping everything. The Knights of Hanoi have been... This is a fucking recap episode! What? Oh, yeah, apparently it's... The Knights of Hanoi are back, but all this episode is a cleverly disguised recap episode. They bring up all the shit that's already happened, that we've already watched, but we have to see it from their point of view, as if we're Knights of fucking Hanoi, and... we get a recap episode of everything. We see Ignis the world being destroyed. We see a few duels. Talk about Soul Burner. Talk about fucking the Ignis. Fucking the duel. That guy's like, oh, where's my Ignis? Who gives a fucking shit what your Ignis is? You're a twat. You don't get an Ignis because you're a dickhead. Well, fuck you. So, he's wondering where his Ignis is. You don't get one because he's a prick who bums trees, right? He don't get fucking shit, so he's wondering... why? Another fucking recap episode. Oh, but X, there's budget issues. Fuck off. Sick of it. Fucking recap episodes every time. Bullshit. So, they talk about all that shit that we already fucking know about. They talk about the fucking Bowman. Talk about fucking Ignises and all this crap. Well, I'm going to say one thing. The weird, creepy tree guy. I'm going to say maybe Windy is his Ignis. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just going to go out and say that I'm just going to say, because he says he couldn't find his partner or whatever. So I'm going to say that Windy is his Ignis, and I'm just going to say that. But it's a fucking recap episode, guys. What do you want me to say? But it's not fully recapped. I mean, we do get more. So after all the bullshit recapping, fucking Revolver's like, right, guys, I'm getting the band back together. We're going to go and bust out that bitch who's in prison for some reason. So... they're in the real world. Another interesting thing as well is when they're talking about Soulburner and Playmaker, you know, they're like, we know where they are. Why don't we just go fuck them up? And fucking Revolver's like, fuck off. Fuck off. You're not doing that. Everything we do in the Cyberse. We do in the Vrains. You leave their real bodies alone. So really, Revolver's actually pretty fucking awesome. Revolver's better than most COD players. Revolver's a cyber terrorist, and he's more understanding than some COD players. What the fuck? Because seriously, there's reports of COD players and shit going to people's houses and stabbing them when they get beaten at a game of COD. And Revolver, he ain't having none of that shit. He's like, no. What we do online. Leave their real worlds alone. We don't do this IRL shit. We're not real life terrorists. We're just cyber terrorists. Fucking good guy Revolver. Saying to leave him alone in the real world. Hashtag Revolver is better than COD players. Get it hashtagged. So eventually they kind of go, right, we're bringing the band back together. We've got to break her out of prison. They apparently have this, the reason they've been away is because they've been working on this virus for the prison. So that's in effect now. And they literally walk into the prison Because they're there on the computers just kind of watching and they just walk on past. Just walk on. They don't even check. They don't even look. How fucking cocky and arrogant do you have to be? They don't even go, are they, they're not looking, are they? All right, we're going to go past. All right, come on, guys, they're not looking. Come. They just literally, like a bunch of big-headed fucking cocks, just was like, just walk on past. Who gives a shit? You fucking arrogant bastard! She's still sat there. She's been sat there this whole fucking time not doing anything. Door opens. She smiles, looks. And then we see fucking Revolver in... Has he always worn loafers? Has he always worn loafers? Is that new? Is this a new thing? Like, seriously, what are these? What are these khakis? What are these three-quarter... He's a cyber terrorist! This is a cyber terrorist! Why is he wearing three-quarters and loafers? Jesus Christ! He's a terrorist on fashion, this guy. They basically bust her out and fucking... They're walking along, and then they go, right, the Knights of Anoia back. It's probably more visual than anything else, but they turn into their sprite, and then there's an explosion behind them in the Vrains. So did they blow up a prison, or did they log into the Vrains outside the prison and just make a virtual explosion? What actually happened? What actually happened? I don't even know. What actually fucking happened? Because he's walking all fucking cock swinging like that, not giving a fuck, right? And he's like, yeah, we're back. Bzz, turns to his avatar outside the fucking prison, right? But is that them going into the Vrains? Because if that's the case, he's now stood in that bubble thing outside the prison he's just broken someone out of. So that don't make any sense. Or was it a cut? Did they escape and then... But then again, if they escaped, that means they escaped, went back into the Vrains, got back in a line, in a formation, and then walked in the Vrains, and then made... That scene makes no sense. Did that happen all in one go? Was it symbolic? Was it just like, did they not want to show us them blowing something up in the real world? So what we saw wasn't actually what happened. What? So after they fucking reservoir dogs it out of there, I guess, we cut back to Yusuke. Yusuke, he's walking with, doing all that shit. He's walking. He's wondering what happened to Windy. Why did he fucking do one? And why did the gate collapse? Oh, maybe they'll bring it back. They get a call from his mates. They go and it's basically a report. The report comes up. That bitch has escaped. Oh, shit. That must only mean one thing. The Knights of Anoia are back, and they're walking away from digital explosions again. The pricks. And with that, the episode ended. And I'm going to talk about the preview, because I've said on recap episodes, I am going to talk about the preview, and it looks like a filler episode. It looks like a filler episode. We've got fucking that weird guy. I forget his name. Big Max, Player Max or something. Max 1. Play Max, whatever, the stumpy guy who's a superhero, and he kind of he met Ghost Girl in the Vrains in like episode 1 of season 2, and they had a brief interaction, and now they're having a duel, and it looks like he's gonna link summon, and I don't know, but they're gonna duel. It's either gonna be just a duel that they're gonna have for some reason, or it's gonna be, I swear to God, if it's a dream, oh my God. Guys, if next week's episode is just that guy having a dream or a daydream, like at the end of the episode, it's him waking up in the classroom and it was all a dream, I'm not going to be happy. I'm not going to be happy at all. I would rather have a recap than something than for him to duel Ghost Girl and then it was all a dream. We're going to have to find out, I guess. We're just going to have to see. What I think of this episode, I thought it was fucking bollocks because it was a recap episode, but it wasn't as recappy as the last couple of recap episodes. It was a bit more story-driven. We got the Knights of Anoia back, so we kind of got that out of it, but a recap's a fucking recap, so it was what it was, so... Anyway, guys, I want to thank you all again for joining. I want to thank all my patrons, always and just for being in a part of my life. I am still trying to work out how to, better deals for the Patreon for anyone who wants to become a patron, because I'm not really. I need better maintenance of that, so bear with me. But I do really, if you just want to support this channel and help me get better equipment and so I have more time to do stuff like this, just the Patreon, there'll be a link at the end, there's a link in the description below, and there'll be a link at the end of this video that'll pop up. So check it out if you want to support me. If you don't, fine, just watch the videos, and that's supporting me as well, because obviously, you know, every minute of view time helps, so whatever. But thanks for joining, guys. Always a pleasure, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.